So I guess we can start. Hello, Mark. Hello, Rafael. By the way, Rafael. Oh, sorry, Rafael. Do you have any questions or like some topics to discuss about FunC?
Yes, I have a basic question, but I want to basically what I want to do is to store like user addresses in the contract once they use a function, and I want to have like a mapping of what they create. Basically, they call my contract to create a NFT collection, and I want to tie one address to different collections that they have created. And
Okay. Hello, Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hi.
I see you here. So I guess I can help with that in terms of like information about it. So on Ethereum, that's you can take a look on ERC20 smart contracts on Ethereum, like tokens, and they work the way that inside smart contract they have hash map of entire like user base who holds some tokens, ERC20 tokens. So this is like pretty huge hash map, and for each like transfer you need to go through all of users, and like this is entire like big storage piece of information in the storage, and this might cost like a bunch of gas to work with. And in TON blockchain, that works the way that you don't need to like store um, uh, a bunch of like your users inside one smart contract, and if you want, you take a look on Jetons smart contract and how Jetons works. And so Jetons is like some sort of copy of ERC20 but inside TON. And Jetons works the way that each user have his own like little smart contract, Jeton wallet. And this Jeton wallet is have like his like address, and this address you can predict. It's like determine like wallet address that you can calculate, and that's why you don't need to store like a bunch of users inside a smart contract hash map. You can just calculate user addresses like on the so in the running so in the process of like working with a smart contract logic, you can just calculate it. Mark, can you please add something? What do you think about it? I don't know actually how it works with NFTs. Maybe in terms of NFTs, you need to store something in the main smart contract. Actually, I don't know that part.
But I
What is
didn't
it?
understand the question, actually, to be honest.
basically, my need is on the front end on the TWA. When the connector connects his wallet, I want to display his NFTs and all his collections that he has deployed. So
Okay.
my first thinking was, let's store in my main contract each collection that he has created.
Okay, but no, I think usually it works different way with the with wallets, for example. So they actually take the collection address of all the NFTs possible. So it's basically like you're in like you actually can you usually don't have on your wallet, you don't have which collections this user has. So you would basically have to look at blockchain what collections are available on blockchain, and then you could do this like checking if this user has one of the items there or not. So it works like
So
other way
sorry,
around.
I misunderstood the question. I thought that like that you want to do a bit different thing. Yeah. Maybe the easiest thing with it is to build your own like off-chain middleware backend server, like that will store like users collections, and then on the front end side you will just fetch some key and give them. And also I think maybe TON&Co or like the guys have that functionality, like brainfucker guy. He works with that. I think he have this API or I maybe I'm wrong. What do you think, Mark?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well,
Okay. One more question to Rafael. Sorry, Mark, to disrupt, but one more question I'd like to clarify. Do you need this logic on your smart contract, or you can handle it like with a backend server and your like, application to be okay with it?
Yeah, I wanted to store it in the smart contract because I don't want to set a server, an API server.
Okay. And the business logic is that you want to show the user everything, like every NFT collection that he has, even though like those NFT collection was like not minted through your like server or something, like all
No,
NFT collections as well.
no, just the one that it has on created with my main wallet.
Okay. Okay, so if user will create like NFT collections with from like with your wallet, and that's like entrance point of every NFT collection that you have, then basically, so you can, for example, you can write basic, really easy smart contract logic that will, for example, that will store like dictionary with so that's like some sort of hash map inside smart contract with where K will be user address and value will be like his NFT collection that he has. And this is like really bad approach in terms of decentralization and sharding, but it's pretty simple to build. And
Okay.
then when each user will deploy his own like new NFT collection, we will just make some updates to that main smart contract with one more like, transaction or and yeah, and you will store update some new information on the smart contract, and that can work, yeah. But
So
if you will have like more than 5,000 users, it will be bad in terms of gas cost. It will cost you like a bunch of gas to work with.
okay, but that's what I wanted to know if it was possible. Okay, I understand that there are some limits, but yeah. So basically, I
Yeah,
need to use a dictionary, right, of user's address
yeah,
and collection address.
yeah. It will be a dictionary stored inside like smart contract state, and in this dictionary, K will be user address wallet, like the guy who worked with NFTs, and value will be cell with NFT collections addresses. Or also value can be another dictionary with
All
NFT
the
addresses.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
so yeah, but this is really bad approach, and it can work in MVP stage, but if you will want to make like high load system, high load smart contract with a bunch of users, I think better will be to make a bunch of predictable smart contracts. So for each user, it will be his own smart contract that you can calculate address of that smart contract you can calculate. And inside that little smart contract, you will have addresses of each NFT collections that this user have. And that way you'll be able, so each user will register on your site, and the initial transaction that he will must do is to deploy this first smart contract with his own storage of his own NFT collections. And then after that, when user will log on your site application, you will take his wallet address and like calculate his own private, some sort of private smart contract with his NFT collections in it. So in TON,
okay.
in TON, it works the way that you can calculate addresses, and addresses will depend on smart contract code. So the code of smart contract, state in it. So initial state is it's like so you can put in initial state, you can put user wallet, and if you will have the same code for each smart contract but different user wallets, then you can just put user wallet in special function that calculate address of the smart contract, and then you will calculate like the address of the user smart contract,
Yeah,
and
like
it will depends on code and on user wallet.
okay, so the code would be the same, but because the wallet address is different, we can use it as a seed
Yeah.
to generate a new address.
Yeah. This is. I think that's will be better, and I think that will be like not so hard to make. It's I think pretty
Okay, and
understandable.
just one question because I see there is not anyone in the chat, so
Yeah, we can discuss it like.
so I didn't see in the examples or the tutorials some functions where we inside the smart contract where we deploy the smart contract. So if I want the user to deploy a smart contract, do I have it to do from the front end, or can it be a function inside another smart contract?
So if you want to have some sort of like main, I don't know, main centralized point of control of smart contracts that you have, and some, I don't know, like I don't know, maybe you want to count how many users you have, and you want to have some counter, like how many users you like have in the system. That's why you need to have like main smart contract that will deploy like small ones, so the user smart contract, and that way you will have so you can write like main logic inside like main smart contract, and this main logic will have like I don't know, number of users, for example, and maybe you want to store some maybe you want to receive some like payments for that logic, and maybe users supposed to pay for deploying smart contracts, and that's why you will need to have main smart contract that will just deploy small ones. And this is you can take a look on how Jeton wallets works, and you will have just basically the same thing. But
Okay.
if you don't need to have it, and if you want to just have like this basic logic with like storage of user NFTs, then you can just make it directly from the front end. So it's up to you.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay.
Leo. Hello, Leo.
Thank you. Let's say
Yeah, Leo left. Okay, I guess we can talk a bit more because it's like only 15 minutes.
okay.
I need to stay here at least like half an hour, and
Okay.
we can discuss a bunch of things about
So
them.
actually, what I have in my testing contract is when when a wallet calls a specific function to create a collection, I manage to store the wallet address in my contract. So now what I need to do is to have a dictionary, but with your solution, it's better to create a specific smart contract for each user. So in this smart
Yeah,
contract, I can store as many info as I want
yeah,
without
yeah,
limitation.
yeah,
Okay. So it is
yeah,
possible
and
from the smart contract to have a function to create a smart contract.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you need to. So I will send the link on Jeton wallets how it works. Uh, And maybe because we have time, I even can show you some code parts, and we can go through the code of the smart contracts, if you want to.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Because just because we have time.
I have time. It's just
Just
if there is someone new in the chat, maybe he can ask a question. But if we are just two,
but there's someone. So I will share the screen, and I will find like smart contracts, and so do you see the screen? Everything is good.
yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, nice. So I have the link in that group. Um, um, yeah, Jeton wallet. So that's the link. Okay. So as you can see in TON blockchain repository, I will send the link here in the chat. So as you can see in TON blockchain repository, there are like in TON blockchain community, you find token contract repository, and
Okay.
in that in that repository you'll find a bunch of smart contracts. So the it works like that. You need to find Jeton Minter. That's the main like Jeton smart contract, and Jeton wallet. So Jeton Minter is like mother smart contract, let's say, and Jeton wallet is like child smart contract that will be created for each user, specific user. And so, for example, we can go to the Jeton Minter, and as you can see in the storage, so get data, it's like function that will fetch smart contract storage, and inside that storage, guys will get so we store Jeton wallet code, and
Okay.
this is basically the code of the Jeton wallet.
Okay.
So the Jeton meter smart contract will store smart contract code of this wallet. It's maybe it's a bit weird to hear, but you will store like another smart contract in the state of this smart contract,
Okay.
and then on each like
Mint.
let's say on each mint. So when new user will interact with Jeton, with this specific Jeton, and if he has no already created like Jeton wallet, you came back to this one later. So if let's say on Jeton Minter, Jeton Minter will receive some transaction from new user who has no Jeton wallet, and as you can see, they have function calculate Jeton wallet state init and calculate Jeton wallet address. So for each new user, they will calculate Jeton wallet state init, and so it's like in Jeton utils function file, and basically that will take Jeton wallet code, and you need to put it like inside this data structure, and then you will write like this is code of the smart contract, and this is initial state, and
Okay.
in this initial state you will write owner address, and this is like user address, and basically if you will delete this lines and you will left only with user address, that's way you will have determine addresses that you can calculate only with Jeton wallet code and owner address.
Okay.
And Yeah, and that's how you can calculate JSON wallet state init. And then this state init, you will need to take it and put it in that function. So as you can see, that's like returning state init, and then it's going to the calculate JSON wallet address function. And I guess it's here, yeah. And basically, what it's doing is like taking work chain. So work chain, right now work chain is 0. So right now we don't have a bunch of work chains in the TON, and there are like only 2 of them. Main one and like work chain 0 is work chain where everyone is like working on, and there are like one more work chain with ID -1. And -1 work chain is like base chain with a high cost of transactions, but it's a bit faster than this work chain where we are right now. So you can put 0 here.
Okay.
And there you can see cell hash is like function that will give you hash of the cell that you put here. And that's the address of new smart contract. So basically, state init that will depends on owner address and the JSON wallet code, and you will get hash from that part of the data, store it like in the cell, and say like work chain 0, and this is some flux. I don't actually remember what is it. This some shard, maybe like here's like shard ID or something. So just put like constant variables here, and in near future it won't change it.
Okay.
So in the future, when you have a bunch of blockchains and a bunch of shards, I think it will happen in a few years. So you will be able to update the part of project. But right now, I think it's not important.
Okay. And my question is, where in the code of the minter are we creating this new address? Is the are we? Yes, if we go back to this code, minter, in the receive internal.
So yeah, so receive internal is a function that toggle
This I know.
on every message. Yeah.
So this I know. And my question is, line 39, is it the line where we create the new contract?
39. Yeah. So send route message. You can see that send route message have a first parameter here, and first parameter it's body. So it's like the message itself. So it's like transaction where you will be able to write some flags. You can just copy that part. Store slice is its wallet address that you will send to. So it's getting from calculated statement, and then you will write amount of tons. So I think the best scenario is to write like 0.05 tons,
Okay.
and it will be enough for fees. There are a bunch of flags again, and basically those flags says that next few variables in the message body will be like state init and master message.
Okay.
So state init it's init of it's state of the new contract, and state init it's like the stuff that will be important for others. And the master message is not important for others. You can put everything that you want here, and so you can put some. Let's see what they have here. So basically they will master message is a message that will that was created on front-end side, and they will just proxy it to that transaction, And state init, they put state init here, and basically it will work the way that if user don't have wallet, wallet will be deployed, and if user have the wallet, state init will be just ignored, and you can put something in master message, and here you can see some OP codes in token contract, and so basically, just 1 second, receive internal, OP transfer, for example. And if you will put OP transfer in master init, in master message, it will be redirected to this contract, and this contract will make a transfer of jetons to someone.
Okay.
So yeah, and if contract doesn't exist, it will be just deployed, and then it will work with the message. So, for example, you can deploy contract and make some transfer from it, uh, at the same time. So first it will be deployed, and then it will work with the master message.
Oh, okay.
And
In
make
the same transaction.
Yeah. It will be like
Okay.
two part of the logic, like
Okay. Okay. And I don't know if there is anyone. No. Okay. You talking about the OP codes. Sometimes we can in the tutorials we can put 1, 2, 3, but sometimes like in this example, like line 59, it's like OP dot mint, and this is equal to a code, but I don't know how to display this code in the console so I can have the real value, in the front end, for example.
So OP double dot mint, it's basically a constant that you can find in file called OP codes, and this is just important. This is just some number that you will find here. It's like hex value.
So
And
these
for
codes,
example, mint,
can I create them, or do I have to use the one from documentation?
if you will interact with contracts that already written by someone else, and they already have OP codes like in the smart contract, you need to work with OP codes that they already have. And if you want to send, for example, burn function to the smart contract. So if you want to send burn transaction on the smart contract, you need to place OP code this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's way burn logic will be triggered inside smart contracts. Yeah.
But the code, the X value that is, for example, 0x595, this has been created by the developer.
That was created by developer. And if you will write your own smart contracts, you can. So basically, you can write everything that you want. For example, you can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not. It's like doesn't matter actually if it's your smart contract and you're working with it, and you know how it works. So like you can write everything.
Okay, so
But
I can use 1, 2, 3 what I want. I don't have to put some codes like this. Okay.
Yeah. For example, you can see here 21. But the thing here is that the best practice on TON is to generate OP codes specific way, and they will look like that. And
Yeah,
and that's the best practice.
This is my question. How do you generate the codes?
Yeah. So let's take a look on. They don't. So maybe I will find it here. So there such thing as type language. maybe I will find it. So let's find it somewhere, maybe in some repository that they have. Let's write TLP. So for each smart contract, the best practice in TON development right now is to create types of functions that you work with, and and the best practice is to I can find it. So let's see inside my projects that I'm working on right now. So as you can see here, I have master smart contract and I have master.tov. And
Yes.
right now I don't have a bunch of stuff here I have to do here. But it doesn't matter in terms of compiling of smart contract. It's have a matter in terms of development experience of new users, of new devs who will work with my smart contract. And inside that file, I suppose to write TLB scheme of my master smart contract. So in master smart contract, for example, I have function OP supply success or OP init master. And inside this function, I have logic that will take like some variables. And and developers can go here and they can take a look what's code actually is, what they want to do, put in the message. But also, if they will make a TLB scheme, they will be able to just read the types here, and they will be able to write their own like logic on top of my smart contract, and they will be able to communicate with my smart contract only knowing some stuff from TOBs. So it's like just types of the function. So yeah, in official documentation, we can take a look on TOB type language type language binary, and you can take a look. It's pretty hard to understand, but you will be able to write types of incoming variables and outcoming data as well. And from that piece of information, you will you're supposed to make CRC32 hash, and this hash will be your OP code. So your OP code will be wait from your types of your function. It will look like that, and then you will put some CRC32 converter, and then you will receive OP code. They actually write everything. But it's pretty hard, and almost no one make it. I mean, like, it's good practice, and if you develop on like more than half a year, or maybe like more than a year, and only then you will you will came to that part of TON, and you will explore TLB language, and you will be able to write like types for other developers. But actually, new guys don't make it, and no one cares actually.
So so I can use like just 1, 2, 3 for the OP codes for the moment.
Yeah. At this moment, I think it's not important, but in the future, it will be nice to explore that as well. And and this is just best practice in TON to know how TLB works and to describe your every function with types for other developers.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, someone. I don't see a name. Maybe I need to stop sharing. I will see what. Asher. Hello, Asher. So as you can see, there are example of types, and that's how it looks like. it's pretty hard to read and pretty hard to understand, but the developers will read it like as documentation for your code. Actually, even I don't like fully understand what's here, but and I don't want to like waste the time to explain everything. But it's like some sort of documentation for your closure. Actually, I hear you, but really bad. Okay, sorry, Asher, but I mute you because I think he just misclicked on the microphone.
Do you
So I
have an
guess
example of a dictionary with like
yeah, sure.
well, yeah, just a simple dictionary with
Yeah, sure.
a getter?
Actually, it's pretty helpful thing in TON documentation. It's just give me 1 second to find it. They have a cookbook.
Yeah, I found the cookbook.
And inside this cookbook, you will find a dictionary, like implementation, how you can work with dictionaries. And and that's how you will write some information in dictionary. So first one is key length, how much bytes your key will take. So for example, if you want to store address here, address of user or something, you will need to write 256. And if you want to store just like a simple number, it will be enough to write like 16. So 16 bytes for just a number. And so
So
yeah,
address is 256.
yeah, it's address have 256 lines, but to put it inside the dictionary, you will need uh, to um, to uh, to make address hash variable. Maybe I will find it. So address by default it's slice.
Yes.
But if you will make specific function for that, um, a function, the name of function is parse std address std std. So as you can see, master address it's a slice here. We can go to definition of master address, and it's slice here on line 57. But then to put it in dictionary, you need to convert it to integer and parse message parse std other. It's a function that will convert your address to integer word chain and integer master hash. And master hash it's stuff that you will put inside the dictionary key. And this master hash is like hash of the address is have a length of 256. And
Okay.
and
So
that's how you'll be able to write addresses as keys in the
the function
dictionaries.
you just display to parse the address is a standard function in the docs, or it's
Yeah,
something that you
yeah,
created?
yeah. No, it's standard. It's actually it's from standard std I think, or it's so it's standard. Yeah.
Okay.
You can find this in documentation as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So I
Okay.
guess we can finish here. It's
Yeah,
giving me like
it's a lot.
more than yeah, it's a lot of information, and I hope that I help you with understanding in tone.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope
It's
works.
helping me a lot. I still have a
Yeah,
lot to do. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed in doing what I want to do, but I'll give it a try.
Actually, I think it's pretty nice that you start to do something even though you don't understand how it works, and I learn stuff the same way.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Okay.
so and yeah, it's been like personal lecture about fancy, and so it's
Yeah,
nice. It's nice
it's okay.
to
It's okay.
hear people.
Thank you to help me for helping me.
Yeah, sure, sure. So I guess we can finish here, and then yeah. So actually, you will find the recording in somewhere. I hope in TON&Co YouTube channel. They have YouTube channel, and I will send you a link to the channel.
Okay.
You will find the recording of this lecture on the YouTube, so you will be able to repeat everything. Just 1 second, can find it.
The links they are displayed in the same place where we have the events and everything, like TON&Co.
So okay, you will find it there. And also, I will share my Telegram contact. So that's me, CPZHO. Uh, you will ping me anytime you want and ask some questions. So
Okay.
we'll be
Okay.
in touch.
Thanks a lot.
Hmm.
Okay. I think this is me. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So yeah, I see your message.
Okay.
So I can share. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.